Welcome to day 7 of our explainer series, 40 Days of Preparing the Heart. Today, we're focusing on receiving support and reviewing our practice. As a coordinator for this journey, I've seen just incredible dedication from so many of you. But today, we really want to look at how that very dedication might kind of subtly be holding us back. It brings us to a deeply human question. When does independence quietly become isolation? A lot of us are so earnest, so dedicated in our practice that we unconsciously start to believe we should just manage everything ourselves. We tell ourselves, hey, I should be able to do this on my own. And because of that, we end up postponing our individual sittings. Maybe we're just busy, or maybe asking for support feels, a little inconvenient. We kind of wear our self-reliance like this badge of honor, right? But without even realizing it, we slowly isolate ourselves from the exact help that's designed to uplift us. So we really have to strike a delicate balance here. There is a huge difference between sincere self-effort and just straight-up refusing available support. You absolutely have to show up, you have to sit, and you have to do the work. But we can't let our fierce independence trap us into refusing the profound spiritual support that is literally right there waiting for us. Embracing help doesn't cancel out your effort. It actually amplifies it.
Okay, moving into our first section, beyond mere self-effort.
Let's look at why going it alone only gets us so far. The reality of the situation is this. They cannot move even a millimeter in consciousness through self-effort. Now, why is that? Well, as we traverse into the higher, far more powerful forces of consciousness, we inevitably hit a natural threshold. The forces of nature at those higher altitudes become incredibly subtle. Because of this, trying to ascend using self-effort alone becomes not just difficult, but honestly impossible. We reach a point where our own individual energy and willpower simply aren't enough to carry us through.
And that brings us to a really foundational concept, transmission, or pranahuti. Prana means energy or essence, and ahuti means offering. So it's an offering of original cosmic energy, or divine essence, specifically given to support our consciousness to expand. Think of it like a person who is temporarily unable to walk. They might really need a cane or crutches to help them move forward, right? In that same way, when we can't navigate the various layers of our mind and consciousness entirely by ourselves, this transmission acts much like that necessary cane. It removes those heavy inner complexities and essentially clears the path into superconsciousness, doing what our self-effort alone just can't do.
Now, I want to be super clear here because this is so often misunderstood. When we sit with an authorized trainer to receive this transmission, we are not developing a dependency on a person at all. We are connecting to the infinite source. The trainer is really just acting as a conduit, a medium for this infinite source to actually reach us. You aren't leaning on a human being, you're leaning into the divine. We aren't promising that an individual sitting is going to create some massive, dramatic fireworks experience, but it does provide that absolutely essential energetic support required for genuine expansion.
Which leads us to section 2, the power of togetherness.
You see, this beautiful dynamic of support blossoms even more fully when we gather with others. This brings us to the concept of an egregore. Essentially, every physical space has a vibration that's created by the collective thoughts and feelings of the people inside it. Just think about the heavy, tense atmosphere in, say, a prison, versus the quiet, reverent peace you feel in a place of worship. By joining a group meditation, we are actively contributing to a subtle field of loving unity that naturally elevates and supports absolutely everyone in the room. You are lifted by the group, and the group is lifted by you. It's a true partnership. When we purify ourselves and meditate together, we aren't just experiencing our own personal peace. We actually reach a tipping point in the shared atmosphere. The vibratory level we create together literally has the power to profoundly change the course of humanity. The extent to which we purify ourselves is the exact extent to which we contribute to the future. So your presence in a group meditation, it's a profound act of service to the world. All right, section 3, today's practice, which is a simple weekly review. But real quick, before we dive into the review itself, if your third individual sitting of the week is still pending, please coordinate it with an authorized trainer today. Don't let that sense of isolation hold you back. And if a group meditation is available to you, go join it. Step into that shared egregore. Now, as we sit down to review our first week, we absolutely most intentionally drop the question, how advanced am I? Just toss it out. We really need to let go of these ego-driven questions. We are not here to monitor our success, we're not here to validate our egos, and we're certainly not here to judge our spiritual advancement. We are simply looking to gently and honestly observe our practice. Instead, without any self-judgment whatsoever, I want you to ask yourself these highly practical, grounding questions to evaluate the rhythm of your practice. Was I regular? What disrupted me? What actually helped me stay on track? And maybe most importantly, what can I make simpler next week? Simplicity is the very soul of nature. We want to remove the complexities, not add to them. So, here is your tangible action item for today. Take a quick moment to write down just 3 short lines answering these prompts. Step 1, write what helped. Step 2, write what was difficult. Step 3, write what I will simplify. Just keep it brief and keep it honest. By focusing purely on how you can make your practice simpler next week, you clear the path for a much deeper immersion without all that mental clutter. Bring us to our final section, the essence of preparation. Take a really quiet moment today to reflect deeply on this question. Did I receive support sincerely, and what helped me return this week? I want you to acknowledge those moments where you finally put down the heavy armor of having to do this entirely alone and just allowed yourself to be supported, whether that was by a trainer, by the transmission, or by the silent strength of the group. And that brings us to our final takeaway, our essence for day 7. Serious preparation does not rely on self-effort alone. Please remember that embracing this support is not a weakness. It's the very foundation of our growth. It is the absolute recognition that we are part of something vast and deeply connected. So as you step forward into week 2, I'll leave you with this. Are you ready to finally let go of the illusion of isolation and allow yourself to be carried by a current much larger than your own?